Welcome to part 2 of how to read and regenerate your soil using the simple soil texture test. So today we're going to be understanding what type of soil we have, and we're going to learn how to read the soil texture pyramid. So let's get started. Once your tests have separated fully into layers, you can then measure each layer, starting with sand at the bottom, silt above that, and clay above that. Clay will be almost a jelly-like consistency if you gently move the container around. Then record your results. Once you have your measurements, we are going to convert them from centimeters or millimeters into a percentage. We are going to use this formula here. Record your measurements and make sure you have a total. Here's our formula. X centimeters divided by the total centimeters times 100 equals your percentage. Here's an example. 2.2 centimeters divided by the total times 100 is equal to 53.6%. And here we're going to repeat the process for sand, silt, and clay. Now we're going to grab a pen that correlates to one of our tests, and we're going to record our percentages onto the soil texture pyramid. Sand is 54%, so I need to make a mark along the sand side. Repeat the same for silt and for clay. Now this part is important. On the soil texture pyramid, you will notice that there are lines diagonally and horizontally. Now, each side of the pyramid will correlate to a correct line that you must follow. So for sand, the arrow is pointing upwards to the left. Clay, it's a horizontal line. And silt is diagonal down to the bottom. When you plot your lines, you must follow these to find the intersect, which will ultimately show you what type of soil you have. I use pencil to draw my diagonal lines, and I find the intersect. I have sandy loam soil for my first test. And now I'm going to repeat my previous steps for my other 2 soil samples, and then we can analyze. For me, loam is my chosen goal soil. It has the best drainage, aeration, water retention, nutrient availability. It's most versatile and it caters for a wide variety of crops. To fix my soil, my goal is to reduce sand to 50% by increasing clay to 20% and silt to 40%. Let's make an action plan in part 3.